GenuinelyLAS and welcome more specifically to Belfast, because about an hour ago I picked up this Honda Integra DC2 Type R. I flew over this morning from London to buy this Honda DC2 Type R, and luckily the flight was only 1 hour, although the journey back will be much longer than that. And it all starts with a ferry I'm catching back from Belfast to Liverpool this evening at 10:30. And given the time is now 12:30, I've got realistically about 8 hours to, first of all, enjoy Northern Ireland, explore it, because I've never been to Northern Ireland, and secondly, to get my head around what this car is, what it's like to drive, how it feels to be in the driving seat, because I've heard incredible things about this car. You guys have probably heard incredible things about this car, but it's one thing to read an article, read a review, but it's another to drive one and another to own one. If you haven't seen my 2 garage unveiling video, you may not know that this is essentially my weekend toy, my special car to get out in and just go for a drive. Whereas my Alfa Romeo 156 GTA is my daily, the car I'm going to use to do everything else. This car can be a lot more visceral or raw because I won't use it every day. And when you think about cars that are not only special but can really fit that bill at a pretty affordable price point, it's really hard to look beyond much else than an Integra DC2 Type R. You could consider a DC5 Type R, but I prefer the looks of these, and these you can find every now and again a DC2 for a little bit cheaper. I would say it's hard to know where to start, but in a way, just like the 156 GTA, I can think quite quickly of the best place. Well, I think it's fair to say this is part of the piece de resistance. The 4-cylinder B18C engine, frankly put, a masterpiece, redlining at 8,750 RPM, and on this car being fit with the 421 exhaust manifold that was only initially available on JDM cars. This is like nothing I've ever driven before. It's like, genuinely, it's like nothing I've ever driven. People make jokes about it, when you go over 6,000 RPM. But when you go over 6,000 RPM in this car and the VTEC kicks in, oh my good grief, it's honestly, the sound change is spectacular. You feel like you're in a completely different vehicle. You get into this band you get into the band of power where this car is at its best. 0 to 60 is around 6 seconds, well, I think about 6.1. And when you get over 6,000 RPM, I can see why. This car only weighs just over 1,100 kilos, which is nothing nowadays. The Morgan Plus 4 I drove recently is a very similar weight, I think just a little bit less. And a car that's still got a roof and a spoiler at the back. That's really impressive. There's been plenty of weight saving all around the car. You probably notice it most in the cabin because, one, there's less sound dampening. The windows and the front windscreen and the rear windscreen, I believe, are all lighter, thinner glass. So you just feel more engulfed in the noise and the experience of driving. The bucket seats, which we'll get into a little bit, are a statement piece of this car, especially with the championship white paint, the championship white wheels, and the red bucket seats. You can obviously get other colours, you can get black seats, for example, but the Recaro red buckets, I think we can all say, are iconic. You get a strut brace at the front as well, and you can see so much of the floor looking down through the gap in the engine, which just shows you how little there is that isn't necessary. But still, you keep some sort of practicality in this. You still get a lovely sized boot, and you get 2 rear seats. Whoever's in the rear will be a child or have no legs, but hey, there's something about looking at this engine cover as well, the red VTEC engine cover. I feel like a boy again, it's like a child looking at it thinking, it's getting all excited about it. Oh, a special thing. And also what you'll see at the front here are the 4 headlights. Now these headlights are the UK spec, the bug eyes as people call them. I personally prefer the bug eyes. The JDM cars had a rectangular style light, just as you normally expect, I think, on most cars. Fun fact, the first DC2 I ever saw on the road had the bug eyes. Maybe that's where my appreciation for it comes from, to be fair. And also I've got to say, this car especially makes you really hate having to have a front plate, because Oh, it's just such a block on the front of this otherwise very, very pretty front end. Now, unsurprisingly, as this car is still based on the normal Honda Integra, you still get a lovely sized boot. And I really like the opening of the hatch. Oh, God, I've been loving boots lately. Who would have thought it? You also get a really cool view down to the driver's seat and to the passenger seat at the front, which is a nice touch. The previous owner also very kindly gave me all the items I'd need for a service, which I'll be doing very soon. I'm sure I'll film that for you guys to see as well. There's a custom exhaust also on this car. It is sensational, to be fair. It sounds incredible. Bit nervous about using it around town, but still, it's legendary, and it only makes you feel even more, well, it makes you feel even more connected to the car and so in tune of what it's doing. So, love that. But as you can see, everything's so bare bones. The plastic here feels pretty hollow. The plastic in the boot feels pretty hollow. The boot liner is pretty thin. You can always just feel all the weights here, and whatever it can be done has been done to make this car as light as possible. So, thumbs up everywhere. Integra R badges Integra Type R badging everywhere. Just in case you think this championship white car is normal Integra. Oh, no, no, no. I can just about see the aluminium pedals through here as well. Sensational. Well, in here it's immense. I think that's the word. It's immense in here. It is a little bit, I mean, I'm a tall boy, as you may or may not know. So getting my legs under the steering wheel is a little bit awkward, but it's really trivial, to be honest. When you're sat in these Recaros, first of all, they are so comfortable. One thing I was worried about, and maybe it's an unfair stereotype, but I thought these chairs would just be quite small for a bigger guy or girl. So I'm glad that's not the case. I'm glad they actually feel super supportive. You sit really low down. You feel so tucked into the car. It's yeah, it's a special feeling. The first three things you notice when you get in here are, one, the dash, two, the gear stick. I really wanted a car with a original gear stick because it's an experience in itself just operating it. You also have a plaque down here. This is number 25, which is actually, it's very cool to see, to be fair. It's a very early car in the production run, which is pretty mega. This is, after all, a 1998 car. We've got some lovely fake carbon fibre going on the central dash. It's what it is, really. I mean, it looks a bit rubbish. It literally just looks like a vinyl, doesn't look anything like real carbon fibre. It's not like a Top Gear style car where nothing works. It all works and it all feels really good. The previous owner really did love this thing, and I think it shows just for how nice it is to be in here, just the quality of the car throughout. The one weak part of the interior that I've noticed probably is the right bolster, the right hand side bolster. I mean, it's to be expected, really. If we're being completely honest, like a car of this age, approaching, what, 27 years old, people getting in and out constantly, that's just to be expected, really. And let us not forget the view out of that rear view mirror of the spoiler. How can you get over that? It's exceptional. So yeah, that's my initial impressions of the interior. And if I just double check now, it looks like driving a clock. So ladies and gents, let's get moving. VTEC is special. Of course people bang on about VTEC, but until you experience it, it is unbelievable. And it's so easy to blink the throttle in this as well. Oh, what a machine. What surprises me as well, it's better than I expected, just cruising at like 40 odd miles an hour. It'd be interesting to see when I get it up to 70 how that sounds and how that feels. But so far, it's actually pretty decent. I don't know if you can hear every now and again the stutters. I definitely need to get the spark plugs fixed in the service I'll be doing very shortly. But when it's not and you get that kick of VTEC, oh baby, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. The steering as well, I thought the 156 GTA see myself referring to this more and more as a baby GT3. It feels so raw in here, so raw. The exhaust is obviously custom and it's obviously louder than standard, but still, being able to hear everything is absolutely sensational. Oh, the steering, God, it's so nicely weighted. I'm just going on a roundabout now, and look, it's the power so on demand. There's no need for multiple drive modes. There's no need. My first taste of VTEC and I'm loving it. Then you kick it into fifth. Yeah, that's still, I mean, the RPMs in fifth gear, 60 miles an hour at 3,500. It's higher than most cars, it's higher than the GTA, but it's not as bad as I thought. Wind noise is pretty decent, it's pretty substantial, but the exhaust noise dominates, and yeah, I don't mind that at all. I do not mind that at all. Wow. Peeling and towing in this. Oh, one more gear? Yep. Right the way to 9, let's go! Sweet mama, sweet mama. That is so addictive. It's so addictive. I thought getting pops, crackles and bangs in a hot hatch was addictive, but this is special. Oh, the blip. One more. Wind it up, straight 8, straight 8. Oi, oi, oi. God. Obviously, I'm yet to see what it's like on a long run in terms of fuel consumption, blah, blah, blah. All the key bits of consumer advice, but it's still just a 4-cylinder engine, so I don't think it'll be that bad. Oh, yeah. I mean, the blip, ladies and gents, the blip is spiritual. If the blip was a religion, if blipping the throttle in this car was a religion, sign me up. Sign me up. And we can't forget it's naturally aspirated. Almost. The UK car was producing around 188 brake horsepower. The JDM car around 200 because, driven heavily by the 421 Manifold. This car has that, and I'm sure they must give it a bit more. Oh, ladies and gents. Wait, what? Right, twisty roads. I need some twisty roads. I need some twisty roads immediately. One thing I've really quickly noticed here, it doesn't take you long to realise at all, this car hates being at low RPM. It feels it feels jerky, it feels like it's like, look, crack on or get out, park up and get out, because I'm not interested in what you're getting up to right now. In that regard, it's pretty unforgiving, but who cares? Who cares? Yes, please. Yes, please. Give me more of that. cars that is nowadays could dream. Oh, you see this, ladies and gents? I think we're going to slow down a little bit. We're going to drop into second. We're nice and civilized, and we're going to. Oh, we're going to floor it. It must be one of the purest expressions of, like, it's so pure. This must be one of the purest examples of a driving car that has been available to the public. I'm not talking about massively expensive GT3s or anything silly like that. Goodness gracious. Oh, I can hear the tyres squealing, guys. there aren't actually that many people living here compared to the rest of the UK. But they've still got such good roads. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm doing some sort of hill climb. God, this really struts its stuff on the bendy, twisty bits. Wow. Well, you join me at Whitehead. I wouldn't really call it a beach, I'd call it, well, a literal coast. I can see the White House from the coastal walk just over there in the distance. I've got to say, Northern Ireland is a stunning place. I mean, as I say, I've never been here before, and as much as I've been enjoying the country roads, I've been enjoying the views just as much. It's been incredible to do it in the Tyre Power as well, because you just get the best of both. As I say, you get to enjoy the roads and also enjoy the views. The views out of this thing is, well, it's fantastic. The A-pillars are very thin. Obviously, this being a coupe, there's a lot of glass. It's incredible to me how well put together this is. It still feels so nice and so fresh in a way. 7 years later, I've got to say, it's so fun. In this light as well, this championship white, it's a special colour. It's special. I've been driving along on the motorway, you see people giving you a thumbs up and pulling along the side and taking a closer look, and that's cool. They don't make cars like this anymore. I'm pretty sure I said that for the 156 GT, but they really, really don't. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy these views for a little bit and then try and find another spectacular viewing spot. early doors I said that you could daily this if you really wanted to, and I mean, yes, you could. I mean, you could daily a GT3 RS if you wanted to, but after a bit more time to reflect, I personally wouldn't do that. I think when I'm cruising around like this now, fourth gear, 30 miles an hour, 2,500 RPM, you think, yeah, you know what, I could daily this. That's not all the fuss is about. But it's the moment you're shuffling around in traffic and the clutch is awkward and the car really doesn't like being, it's like jerky, not really jerky, but noticeably uncomfortable at low speeds, and you're thinking, this just isn't working for me. When you're going down the Marine Highway, nice empty, nice stretch of road, you've got the castles in the distance, you think, yeah, every day, yeah. But I promise you, no. No, I mean, And just like that, we are on the ferry back to the mainland. What a day it's been. Firstly, buying and collecting the DC2 Integra Type R is a dream come true in all respects. And if I could sum it up in 3 words, I have to go probably visceral, raw, and just hilarious. VTEC is outstanding. It is genuinely one of my favourite noises I think I will ever hear in a car. That change in tone is immense. I also think this car is just so impressive. It's, well, I thought it was a B-road blast. I think it's turning into a bit of a bug killer more than anything. It's hard to see right now. I'll try and get a shot of it in the daylight, but this thing's been munching bugs for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Eating better than me today, but I won't complain because every B road I've been on, every A road I've been on, every roundabout, whatever, it just, the keenness you have to just chuck it in because you know, 1, it will stick, 2, the wheels might squeal and that'll be hilarious, but more than anything, you're gonna have a good time. And this car just embodies having a good time, enjoying that raw driving experience you just don't get nowadays in the majority of cars that most people, the average Joe, can afford. So yeah, I'm so excited to get out to so much mischief in this. And if I could sum up Northern Ireland, well, Belfast really, what I did get to see, which I didn't actually get to see that much. I spent a lot of time just blasting around B roads, to be fair, is, well, quiet for one. The roads are massively quiet and there are so many good country roads to power through. I would say pretty. Oh, the lights have left me. The bailiffs are coming. I'd say pretty great coastal roads. I didn't even get to experience all of them this time around. I'll have to come back and do it again another time. But yeah, a cool place and really friendly people and car obsessed people. I've seen so many cool cars. I've seen a Skoda VRS as a taxi. What world are we living in? So, oh, what a place, and I very much look forward to coming back. This has been Genuinely LAS. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all hopefully in this and in the next one.